Welcome to another episode of Dad Can We Talk. I'm your host, Anthony Ray. And today, man, this is one of my special episodes. I didn't do a bonus episode in between season 3 and season 4. So this is perfect, man. It's perfect timing. I think it all works out just the way it's supposed to work out, man. So today I'm sitting down with the quarterback of Hawthorne High School and the head coach of Hawthorne High School, and they are state bound, man. They got a dub on Friday night against Madison County Cowboys, and they did their thing, man. So I'm excited to sit down and talk with them about this season and about everything that they have going on, man. Our whole family is from Hawthorne, man. So it's for me, it feels good. It feels real good, man, to see the town doing well, excelling in almost all the sports, man. My pop's up there right there, 87 state championship, man. So shout out to my pops. But man, we gonna get it in today, man. I am ready to get it in. So my first question I want to know, man, how does it feel, bro?
Feels great. This is our first time, going to the state championship in football. I told the team the other day, right before the game, 2020 has been tough for a lot of people, and that's just what it is. But for us, 2020 has been good. We end up winning the state championship in girls basketball for the first time and boys basketball as well. And now we have an opportunity to go and compete for one in football. Just great for the town. As you can see, we had a great crowd Friday night. We had a lot of support. And, we were limited fans, due to COVID. So I can't even imagine how that stadium would have ended up being. But just a special time, man. Special time as well for these guys who work extremely hard throughout the season, who really believe in the coaching staff, believe in themselves, and believe in everything that Hawthorne is bringing to the table. So I'm proud of my guys. Of course, we have to take care of business. We have one more to go. But we're definitely enjoying this moment right now for sure.
Yeah, that's real, man. So I just want to know, is this like the new normal for Hawthorne?
It is. It is, and I hate to sound cocky, man, but it is. Graduating from here, I know exactly what it takes, to be a ball player or a student athlete. So, when I took over as the head football coach, I knew I had to get more guys to come out. Just to come out and compete, and our numbers went up. We ended up getting some good players in here. Guys are going to school. Guys are, of course, graduating and getting jobs. So not only are we're taking care of our business on the playing field, but we're raising some great young men to be outstanding citizens in the community. So that's what it's all about. But this is definitely what it should be from here on out. And our guys work extremely hard. Our girls work extremely hard. They're buying into whatever we're selling them, and it's the right message, man. And I love coaching these kids every single day. I love being from this community, and the future is extremely bright.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
And see, one thing I always say, the thing I love the most about Hawthorne is, man, the whole city coming out.
Yeah, the whole city out.
The support, like you saying, I can only imagine if there wasn't a limit for fans. Mm-hmm. Man, the whole city. I was telling my boy this week. I say, man, boy, my granddaddy might be at the game. Everybody be at the game, man.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I love. I love just coming, especially to the basketball games, just being a part of the atmosphere. In the gym. Everybody, you can't even find a seat. You can barely even get up,
wall to
get
wall.
up in here. And that's something that I think is like a hallmark for Hawthorne. Just always knowing that regardless of where you're at. I came out to the Wildwood game. Hawthorne deep out there. I'm like, okay, them boys out there.
Yeah.
Okay. And see, I wanna talk with you, man. With you being the starting quarterback, how does that feel, to know that you led your team to a state championship?
It felt great being my first year as a starter on varsity, so I came here with the opportunity to play. My teammates believed in me, and my coaching staff believed in me, so it feels great to go to state.
Yeah, and what, you were 11th grade?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you look good. So you got a whole other year. So throughout this whole year, like when y'all first started, did you envision this in your mind? Were you saying, we going to state this year?
I knew that. Like after my dad passed, I knew like we had to make something happen. And my coach talked to me. We talked to all the players, so we had to make something happen, go to state. But I'm proud of all my teammates, my coaching staff. I'm ready to get rock and roll.
Yeah. Okay. So, how was that relationship? This dad, can we talk? Man, I love fatherhood, man. And honestly, I love hearing a young black man talk about his father. That's something that's near and dear to my heart because I didn't grow up with my father. I didn't have that close relationship with him. How would you say your relationship with your dad pushed you and helped you throughout your life?
That was my best friend. He was with me through everything. He was my coach throughout life, with football, basketball, just life advice, anything. So when I lost him, I felt like I lost a piece of me. So yeah, I love my dad very much.
Yeah. So my boy doing it for Pops, man. Let's get it.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So I was looking at the team that y'all are about to play, Baker. And I see that these jokers, really, they ain't got, I think they average 30 passing yards a game and about 200-something rushing yards. How do you plan for them?
We have to be physical and definitely tackle on the defensive side of the ball. They've been running the ball for years, and they're going to stick to what they do. They're probably not going to switch up anything. They're very physical up front. Our guys will be prepared. They'll definitely be ready for the challenge, and we won't be surprised by anything because today we actually will watch film, and then we'll get to practice next week, and we have an extra week to prepare because we won't play until the following Thursday. So this is still an exciting time. I always tell the kids, don't just enjoy the games, enjoy the grind, enjoy the process. And then when you have those big wins like the one we had Friday night, it's special because they know how hard they work. We knew coming in how, everyone in the entire state, all classes, respects Madison County, and we also knew that if you want to beat the best, you have to. If you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. So that was our mindset going in. But we feel really good about where we are, and a lot of guys came out healthy Friday night. So going into Baker, everyone will be full speed, and the guys will definitely be ready to go.
Yeah, man, and like you say, I have heard that, it's almost since the playoffs started, all I've been hearing is whoever wins out of Hawthorne, Madison, win the state. I mean, that's all I've been hearing. That's been the narrative. And
you kind of got to take it with a grain of salt. But Baker is a really good football team. Very disciplined. They play extremely hard. Probably one of the hardest looking teams that we've seen on film as far as effort. They play extremely hard, 4 quarters. So we'll definitely have to bring it. Of course, nothing is given at this point because it's a reason why they're playing in the championship game, and we always respect our opponents anyway. So we'll be prepared to play. The guys got to go out and make their plays and make tackles. It'll definitely be a fun night Thursday.
That's real. That's real. So with this being kind of like the COVID season, quote unquote, what obstacles have y'all faced? As far as scheduling, playing, all of that. Have there been any obstacles y'all had to?
A lot. That's actually a good question. I take my hat off to my team all the time, and I have the opportunity to, just talk about them amongst friends or whenever I'm doing the interview. But we ended up missing 2 games due to COVID this past year, and of course the guys were, upset because they wanted to play, and there was nothing we could do. We couldn't even show up at school. We couldn't practice. But I've been, preaching this message all year that this team is built for anything. Because through adversity, we became closer, stronger team, and we just have that mindset. So nothing will surprise us. And I'll be honest, and I think, missing those games helped us grow. Losing a couple games that I think we should have won, especially against a good Stark football team who's a bigger classificational school. losing to Zephyr Hills. Everything we went through this season has helped us up until this moment. So I'm extremely proud of these guys. We'll continue to grow. We'll continue to get better, no doubt. But as far as where we are right now, I'm a proud coach.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I was looking at y'all stats to see y'all only give up 9 a game, 9 points per game. So what goes into having your defense as disciplined as they are?
Great coaches, man. We have a great defensive coordinator, great coaches all over the board on our team. And then when we watch film, we really break it down to the point where every guy in that classroom understands, has some understanding. And, there's places where, some guys or some teams go into games clueless on what certain teams run. They're not familiar with who the best player might be. Not our guys. We're extremely prepared going into games. And, of course, they got to go out and make the tackles, make the catches, make the throws. But, that's the easy part. They've been doing that their whole lives. So just watching the film and breaking it down. And then a lot of people who never really gets a lot of credit. We have a lot of young players on our team who might not play a whole lot during the game or during the course of the week. They're the scout team. And then they're basically running the other team's plays, full speed, exactly how they run it on film. So our guys are familiar with everything before Friday night. So we prepare the right way, man. And that just tells you what kind of coaching staff I have around me. That tells you what kind of great players I have around me as well. So it'll be like this for a long time. I can guarantee you that.
Okay, man. Hey, me personally, I'm looking forward to it because, one thing that I've been saying, especially when it comes to basketball in the area, one thing that I've noticed, and this is just my personal opinion, I feel like, going back to maybe y'all time, that 04, 05, really all the way up until about 09-ish, in my opinion, the competition hasn't been the same. I don't know. The only game I ever really get like that rush from is the Eastside Hawthorne. It feels like the only real rivalry. And just seeing that, y'all are really out here competing, man. And I know how much y'all are putting into what y'all do, man. Me personally, bro, I just want to say I appreciate you bringing that back to the town and really just saying, you know what, man, we going for it all. Because honestly, I hear a lot of chatter, and people saying this about Hawthorne, saying that. I'm like, yeah, okay, they playing 1A. Them boys getting off though. Yeah. You only can play the competition that's in front
schedule.
of you.
And it's funny you even bring that up, man. We're probably the smallest school in the entire state. So when you look at the numbers, I think there's probably a little over 300, if that, students here at Hawthorne, and that's middle school through high school.
Yeah.
Every other 1A school has at least 500, 600 maybe. Might be wrong, but close to that number. 500 or 600 students, and they're all high schoolers. Yeah. So no matter who we play, they're bigger than us. They have more students than us. So I can't say, hey, football practice starts on the 24th, and 60 guys show up out there. No, I have to go in the hallways and pull guys out of classrooms or walk in the bathroom. So the luxury of having more students help, of course, the more kids you have out there on the football field. So what we do with limited resources, what we do with limited kids is second to none. And I'm not just, saying it because I'm here because and I play here and I coach here now, but, when football wasn't that good, basketball had been holding it down. My older brother, of course, is the head basketball coach, so I know he was going to the Final Four 3-4 years, in a row a couple times. So we've been successful in the game of basketball. Girls basketball, of course, is back at the top now as one of the top schools, of course. But just having limited kids, man, and what we do with these kids is definitely second to none. And like I said earlier, we'll continue to grow. Yeah. More kids will want to be a part of this because we coach extremely hard. We love all our kids, not just as ball players. We're making sure they stay on top of academics. We make sure that they're not getting in trouble in the community. And, being from here also helps because, I'm one phone call away from anybody who works in a restaurant or a grocery store in town to say, hey, you got a kid acting up. So we're able to kind of have our fingers and our input with everything in the community. And I think that's why we've grown. But we're definitely one of the smallest schools in the state, and we'll compete with anybody in the state. Football, basketball, girls basketball from here on out. And we really feel that way. Not only me, principal, coaching staff, these players, and that's the mindset. That's the mindset we have. We'll be the smallest, but we'll play with the best of them.
Man. Hey, y'all got some dogs, man. With you being as short as you are, man, I think the game forgot the first. I think it was the Wildwood game. And in that first quarter, I remember you going out there, and I'm just looking like, man, bro, look like he can't even see over the line, like for real. How much of a challenge is that with you having your height, and then y'all got some big boys on that line too. So I'm like, man, it really look like bro can't see over these dudes, man. Like how much of a challenge has that been, being the height that you are, but still being able to excel?
It's not really a challenge to me. When I'm dropping back, I get my depth, so I can really see everything. But like having mobility, moving around in the pocket, and all of that. So it's not really a challenge to me. I just go out there and play ball.
Yeah, man. I say y'all boys did look good. Man, I wanted to ask y'all about this. That one play with Wildwood, what was that, bro?
Well, it was actually a sack. We had the right call on. We had a sack, and the players thought they heard a whistle on the other side. The ball is laying out on the ground, and of course it was a fumble, and the players thought they heard the whistle, and then their receiver was almost 50 yards downfield. He runs back, picked the ball up. He runs by my cornerback. My cornerback is basically just staring at him, almost like, where you going? The play's dead. Man, but it was definitely a heads up play. It was a heads up play by Wildwood. But to be honest, other than that, we really didn't give up that touchdown. We played some solid defense. Our kids were very aware of the sticks, the what yard line they needed to get a first down. So even if we gave up a catch, and a lot of times fans don't understand this, a lot of times when we gave up a catch in that game, it was one of those underneath routes, and we made the tackle before he got to the first down. So we played some smart defense. I know coming in, I think they were maybe top 3 offense in the entire state, all classes. So, hats off to our guys. Hats off to our offense, because sometimes they get overshadowed, but we played pretty good offense all year. We've been able to run the ball behind these big offensive linemen we have. Our 2 running backs have been able to run the ball and get some positive yardage. And then when it's time to throw the football, our quarterback has delivered like a lot of people saw on Friday night against Madison County. We kind of knew they would load the box and we would have to throw the ball. He made some big throws in some key moments of the game. So I'm proud of everything he's done. And just to piggyback off what you said about his height, he's actually a really smart kid. So he kind of understands, where he needs to stand in the pocket, or if he needs to take a step to the side where he can kind of find his own throwing lane to make some plays downfield. And he's been able to do that all year. I'm just proud of his success. And like we talked about earlier, going through what he ended up going through. I can remember when his dad passed, he didn't miss any days of workouts. And then the one day he had to miss, he was still trying to come. He texted me all day, hey, coach, what y'all end up doing? Yo, coach, I'll probably try to slide up there later. I'm like, listen, man, take your time with it. But he's been great, man. He comes from a great family. I actually knew his brothers, back in the day, they were great ball players. Just a great family. It's not by accident that all the success he's having. It's not by accident. All this stuff was predestined. And we talked about it before the game on Friday. There are a couple players on the team who's had some personal issues go on in their lives where it could have went left and ended up really bad. And God gave them a second chance, man. And these kids have taken advantage of it. And I don't know if I'll be able to play football after my dad passed. And I'm being honest, man. You know, so for him to come out every single day, to give his teammates everything he got through going through a tough time, you know, that says a lot about him as a person. Says a lot about these guys who surrounded him, and a lot of our kids have had some issues, man. We never judge, you know. We never judge, you know, us as a coaching staff. That's one of the things we always talked about, because I've stuck my big toe plenty of times, you know. And if someone gave up on me, you know, I probably would had the opportunity to play college ball or professional ball. So, you know, through all my mistakes, people supported me. And they still looked out for me, so I have to do the same thing as a coach, as a father figure to some of these kids, and my entire coaching staff is the exact same way. And I'm so happy that we have the makeup of the type of coaching staff that we have. I'm able to, you know, really bring some guys in here that really cares about these kids, not only as athletes but as young men, and that's why I know for a fact, man, everyone. They can sit back and just watch everything come to pass. Watch all this come to pass, because all these kids deserve what they're getting, without question.
Straight up.
Yep.
Man, and I can attest to that with Coach Said. I met Coach Said probably back in 2015 when I was helping with the Summer Heat Wave program. And man, I just remember having those conversations in the office with Coach Said, man, and him just really sharing his heart with me. Yeah. You know, for the kids in the community, and you know, and they respected him. You know, when they came in that gym and they were playing, and Coach said, "Hey," you know, he stuck his head out that door. They already knew. You know, Coach Said ain't playing with you. You know, and he used to tell. He always told the kids how it was. And that was one thing that I always said, you know, I really respected about Coach, man. And when I seen that he was coming out here, I'm like, well, that's a win, bro. I mean, you got Coach Said out there, and I already knew, you know, what time it was. And then, you know, seeing Popo and Kim and all them boys coming out, like, I think that was a great move. How did the coaching staff come together like that?
Well, it worked out perfect. I think Said was looking for somewhere else to coach. It worked out perfect, and we had some spots. Because one thing about here, you know, not only are we limited kids, we're limited coaches. Yeah, I coach every sport at the school. Yeah, you know, weightlifting, and I'm being honest, girls track now. So yeah, you know, we have success, but it's a lot of hard work. And if more people applied or really wanted to coach, instead of, you know, being in the stands and saying, hey, see, y'all should run this way, go to Kirby Smith. You know, get your paperwork. You can come volunteer, or we can make sure your paperwork's right, and you can get a stipend to coach. You can get paid to coach. So, you know, I just, you know, really don't understand how some people would think we're experimenting doing games, and I am Hawthorne. You think I want to set a kid up, you know, or call a bad play on purpose? Nah, you know, but we're coaches, so we make mistakes as well. So, you know, we just try to, you know, take it one day at a time, one play at a time, and kind of forget about all the backlash. But we had a lot of openings. Coach said, of course, he ended up bringing two more guys, like you said, Cam and Coach Poe. And then, you know, already having, you know, my brother as the offensive coordinator, Dustin Atkins as the D coordinator, Raymond Q, CJ Hawkins, Brandon Roberts. All these guys are Hawthorne alum. Yeah. So, and they were all state players. So there's no slouches on this staff. You know what I'm saying? So they know ball. They care about the kids. We have the perfect coaching staff, man. All of us get along, and we don't agree with certain calls. Like, you know, a couple times when my brother called a play, you know, I might be like, I don't know, bro. And it might end up being a good play, or it might end up being a bad play. But once we watch the film and break it down, I understand, you know, why he made that call. Yeah. Same thing with the defensive coordinator. We don't always agree, but we respect each other so much till we believe in whatever call that they're going to make. And the kids feel like the play is going to work. There's no resentment on this team within the coaches and players, and we try to prepare our kids as much as possible so they can go out and play free without second guessing and thinking, and then that's how you make mistakes. That's how you play slow. So we prepare the right way all week so these guys can go and reward themselves on Friday night.
That's real.
Yep.
With you being the leader of your team, how hard has it been just really being able to gather everybody together and keep everything, in house as far as you being the leader, the quarterback of the team?
I mean, me and my teammates, we have a great brotherhood with each other. We talk every day. We do stuff with each other. Go out to eat or hang out at each other's house, stuff like that. So it's not really hard doing that. We all understand each other. We all know everyone's situations with us, like family, football, anything like that. So it's not really hard. We just come together and work every day.
Yeah, and I think that's big. Being able to have that camaraderie with your brothers, man, because I know when I was in high school, my friends were the only people I turned to, like a lot of times, I ain't have a dad or anything. I had my mom. And if I really, really, really needed her, I could reach out to her. But outside of that, it was my friends, those around me that would, if I just needed to talk, I could talk with. But, that's one thing I can say that I really respect about you, man. And, just like what your coach was saying, just knowing that, you was able to really push through everything that you dealt with this year, man, and continuing to keep yourself focused, that's commendable, bro. Just knowing everything that you going through. Like, I ain't even had a relationship like I really wanted with my dad, but I still would kind of be like, dang, boy, I lost my pops, and for you to be as close with your pops as you was, like I say, man, that is commendable, bro, and I got so much respect for you. Just, I don't even know you like that, but just hearing and being like, I could tell it's real, man. And I just encourage you, man, continue doing what you're doing because, you never know who's watching you.
Mm-hmm.
There's other kids that's coming up behind you, when they see, everything that you've been through and how you take it, bro, that right there is the thing that could take you further than anything else, your character.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I always tell young men. Your character will take you places that your abilities and your talents at times won't take you. Of course you got to have the abilities and the talent, but if you don't have character behind that, it's all, you end up being a person that people talk about down the road like, yeah, he was
this and that.
He was this and that, but
couldn't get it together.
Couldn't get it together, man. So, like I say, man, I just really encourage you, to continue doing what you're doing, keep that same mindset, and you, like, man, you in 11th grade, what you, 16, 17?
16.
16, bro. 16. When I was 16, boy, I ain't had that mind. Man, I'm 31 years old, man. So when I see a young man like you, 16, where your mind is at, I love that, bro. Like, I really love that, and I really respect that, and I just want to tell you, keep on doing what you're doing, continue to be a leader amongst, your teammates, because they're going to need to see that, and that's going to be the thing that's going to take you far, bro. You got to keep that same mindset. So, you keep doing what you're doing, bro. So, man, what's next? After, say y'all win this, right? So, like I say, man, y'all trying to make this thing a dynasty, man.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to make history, for sure. Even right now, when we're in football practice, once I get out, my girls' basketball team is normally waiting in the gym for basketball practice. Like I said, this is what I signed up for. Most of the time when we're starting the stretch lines in football practice, my brother, he's inside with boys basketball. And of course, like I said, he's also the offensive coordinator. So we signed up for all of this. We know exactly what it takes to be a champion now. We have that championship mindset. Of course, winning state basketball and girls basketball has helped these football guys. Yeah. They've seen how much these girls have grown, or on the maturity level, and just doing the right things when people not watching, and that's championship mindset. And I think we have that now. We have the players now. We have the depth. We have the coaches. So we'll continue to grow. Like I said, we have a coaches meeting today, and then we'll break down the film tomorrow with the football guys and practice and start on Baker. But once the coaches get here, we'll meet and we'll go over our stuff from Friday night, and then what we're thinking about doing against Baker going into this upcoming week. So I'm extremely excited about where we are as a community, as a school, athletic program, academically. If we got 40 guys on the team, I know for a fact 30 of them are 3-point something or higher.
Yeah.
So they're doing it the right way on there and off the field, man. They're great kids. Yep.
That's real deal respect. Y'all got any going off this year school?
Yeah, we do. We have probably 6, almost 5 guys with scholarship offers.
Okay.
None of them has really made a decision yet, but we have like 5 or 6 guys with scholarship offers. Basketball girls again looks. Of course, we have Maya McGraw, who transferred in from PK Young. Okay. She's a Division I basketball commit. So we have a great chance to have a great season in girls basketball, boys basketball. They're doing a little bit more rebuilding, but there's a lot of great young players on that team, and I know my brother, he's excited about all of the players that he have returning. So it's going to be a fun year. Like I said, 2020 has blessed Hawthorne High School.
Yeah.
Even with, a lot that has went on in the world, a lot has, whether we had death in our family or superstars. I told the players, I said, I'm a Kobe Bryant fan, man. So 2020 started really bad for me. I'm a diehard Kobe fan, but just really understanding and looking at the bigger picture. God never puts more on us than we can bear. So even when we think it's bad, or even when we're at our lowest, I really believe Chaz understands that. He really understands his brothers, his mom. They understand. God took one of his angels. His dad was outstanding. A great human being, great guy. And even when I went to the funeral, I could tell by all the people lives he had touched. It was so many people there. So just that alone, tells you what kind of family guy he is, what kind of family he's raised. Because Chaz is a great young man. We got some great guys on the team as well. I wouldn't trade this job for no job, and I've been offered everything. I'm talking about college positions, every high school positions, 6 figures.
Yeah.
God brought me back home for this, and I truly understand that. Yep.
Man, I love that, bro. And I even encourage you, man, to continue doing what you're doing, because the community needs something like this. The community need to be able to see somebody like you. Even I was one of them kids. My brother Ron.
Yeah.
So you graduated with Ron, man, and I remember just always going to the games, watching you, and I was like, shoot, but I Cornelius Ingram. You were one of those figures, bro, for us, for our generation, to be able to look at like, dang, man, bro went to the Gators, bro did his thing, bro went to the league, and it's like, to be able to see you back here in the community, bro, like that means everything, bro.
We destined, man. Yep, absolutely.
And I just say, man, continue doing what you're doing, man, because you even encourage people like me watching from afar. So continue doing what you're doing, man, and continue to make that impact, because I think it's been overdue for Hawthorne to have this type of success, because everybody always look down on Hawthorne. Hawthorne just a little small, it's Hawthorne.
Yep.
But man, what y'all are doing out here is amazing, bro, and I love every aspect of it, man.
I appreciate
y'all
it, man.
continue to do what you do, man. I appreciate y'all taking this time, bro, to really come on. This is good for me. I love sitting down.
This is nice, man.
Really just hearing this, learning about this young man, like that type of stuff encouraged me, just as a father. And bro, this right here was good for me, man. So like I said, man, y'all continue to do what y'all do, man. I wish I could make it out to that game on that Thursday. It's gonna be on the Thursday, and I was hoping it was gonna be Friday.
Yeah,
man.
Thursday at 7.
So I know I ain't gonna be able to make that one. I know my job ain't trying to let me be off that Friday.
I'm pretty sure somebody will be live, and our Hawthorne fans, they don't go live for a play. they go live for the whole game, celebration, post game speeches, everything. So you'll probably be able to find it somewhere on Facebook.
Yeah, trust me, I will be trying to tune in whatever way possible, man. But hey, man, good luck. You know, y'all go out there, do your thing, man. And I'd love to have you come back on. You know, just
back, man.
And really just do, you know, like my regular interviews, man. And I love to sit down with you and talk fatherhood, man.
Yes, sir.
So, man, that's Dad. Can we talk? Did anybody have any questions on the live feed? Anything? If not, we should be good. Yeah, been good. So, yeah, man, that's Dad. It's Dad. Can we talk? Y'all continue to stay tuned to the podcast, man. Y'all can find this out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from. Y'all continue to stay tuned. I'll have this posted later on, and we out.